Hello my dear friends, in this video I'll show you how you can create this impressive interactive morph animated slide design on PowerPoint. Let's go! Okay my dear friends, so let me show you how you can create this beautiful interactive morph slide design as well. And by the way, this animated slide design has been inspired by Filora 14 website. Filora is an awesome AI-powered video editor, and over here we have this interactive little menu that we can click around and basically scroll through different features of Filora. And one of the newest exciting features recently added to Filora is AI audio to video, which lets you convert audio files into engaging videos in minutes. If you're a podcaster, a storyteller, or someone who has an audio file and would like to add a video to it, then Filmora's AI audio to video is a tool you have to try. Let me show you how to use it. Okay, let's open up Filora and let's look for the audio to video button. Here it is. If you don't see it, you can go to Toolbox and you should see it over there, audio to video. Let's click on it. And now we can upload our audio file, which can be from 10 seconds to 120 minutes, or you can even log in into your YouTube account and upload audio directly from YouTube. But let's just click over here and let me upload my little audio clip about ancient wisdom of philosophers, okay? So let's just upload that file. That's nice. And now we get a couple of options that we can choose. You can, of course, replace your audio if you want. You can listen to it. And now let's choose the language of the audio. Let's go with English, United States. What type of content it is? It is history. For the ratio, let's go with 16:9. Let's keep duration at auto. And now for the video style, you can go with different styles such as flat illustration, watercolor, sketch. Let's keep it at auto. Let's see what we'll get. And now for the material templates, these are basically how your text, how the captions would look like, what kind of transitions you will get. So let's go with this one, ancient heroes, ancient echoes, And now let's just generate and let's see what we'll get. Alright, so the video has been generated and let's give it a go. Let's give it a preview. Let me turn on the full screen and let's make sure that we check it out from the start and let's go. Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Greece, there lived many wise philosophers whose words and ideas have shaped the way we think today. These philosophers taught us important lessons about life, happiness, and the world around us. One of the most famous philosophers was Socrates. He believed in the power of asking questions. Wow, that's definitely impressive. Let me close out the video. And now if we're happy, we can just export the video right away, or we can click on edit and we can keep on editing this video. As you can see over here, we can see all of the little clips that make up this video. We can, switch around those little clips. We can choose different transitions between the clips and so on. So if you'd like to turn your audio files into videos quickly and easily, then definitely download Filora and give it a try. Link is in the video description. And now let's jump back to PowerPoint. Okay, my friends, and next let's go quickly through all of the assets that I have used to design this futuristic slide. And first of all, we have this nice background picture which comes from freepik.com. Link is in the video description, okay? And the slide background itself is set to black color, so you can just right-click on your slide, go to Format Background, and choose any fill that you like. In this case, I have chosen a solid fill, which is black. That's nice. Let's place the background photo to the center of the slide. And next we have these two awesome text boxes, the subtitle and the slide title. And for both of these guys, I'm using the font called Verino. Super duper awesome. The font link is in the video description as well. So for the subtitle font size, I'm using 14, and for the slide title font, I'm using 48. And by the way, this template is absolutely free, so you can download these slides and you can check out all of these little details, such as, font size, so that you don't miss anything. And by the way, for the slide title and subtitle, I have added this little text shadow, this text glow. And once again, you can just right-click on this text box, go to Format Shape, go to Text Options, and over here in the shadow settings, you'll find all of the shadow settings that I'm using. In this case, I have this beautiful greenish color that I have eyedropped from this background photo. Here is the exact hex code, okay? And in this case, the transparency, the shadow transparency is set to 0. size 100% blur, 45 points, and that's all. And this way you'll get this beautiful shadow effect. Okay, and over here below we have 4 beautiful buttons, and these are just simple rounded rectangles. Okay, as you can see, this guy is active and the rest of these guys are inactive. Okay, and by the way, as you can see, we have some text inside of these rectangles, and we have these icons as well. So in this case, I have added these icons directly from PowerPoint, because in my PowerPoint version I have icons directly in PowerPoint. That's super duper awesome. But in case if you don't have icons in your PowerPoint, you can just Google SVG icons and then import any of the SVG icons that you like into your slides. Okay, and as you can see inside of these rounded rectangles, I have made some space here on the left side. And to make some space inside of these rounded rectangles, you can just right click on them, let's go to Format Shape, go to Text Options, okay, and over here you have these margin fields. So in this case, for the left margin, I have used 1.5 centimeters. Okay, in this way you can make some space. So let's keep it at 1.5, and for the rest of the sides I'm using 0.5 centimeters. That's super duper awesome. Okay, and here is that icon. Okay, so basically for the inactive state, I have just dropped down the transparency of the font. So I think in this case, the font transparency is set to 75. Okay, so this is now full brightness. And once we drop down the transparency to 75, it looks like it is inactive. And later on, I'll show you how we can make all of these buttons clickable and how we can, scroll through the pictures on the right. Okay. And here on the right side, we have a simple rounded rectangle as well. And we'll use this guy to basically punch a hole inside of this background picture. And then that background picture will act as a mask. So I can show you how it looks like on the first slide. So let's just zoom out a bit. As you can see now, this background picture has this hole inside. Okay. Let's put it back. And now we can just scroll through all of these photos. And these photos are grouped in a single row, and we can just move them just like that. Of course, you have to make sure that all of these photos are sent to back so that they're below this mask shape. Okay, so don't worry, I'll show you everything step by step, and let's do that right away. Okay, and by the way, all of these beautiful photos come from Filmora's website, so thank you very much, Filmora. These are some beautiful photos that we will use in our animated slide design. Okay, my friends, so let's continue with the tutorial, and now let me just click over here just below the tutorial section, and let's hit enter to insert a new slide. Skadoosh, that's beautiful. And now let's just grab all of these assets that we need. Let's just hit Ctrl A to select everything, and let's just hit Ctrl C to copy, and let's get back to this slide and hit Ctrl V to paste. Okay, let's change up the subtitle. Let's just type in subtitle. Okay. That's nice. And by the way, for this subtitle, I'm using a little bit of letter spacing. As you can see, these letters are spaced out. So I'm using this very loose spacing, and you can always go into more spacing, if you want to have more control over the spacing, but let's just keep it at very loose. That's nice. Okay, my friends, and now we have this rounded rectangle over here, and we have this photo. So let's just punch a hole inside of this photo. So let's just select the background picture first, then hold down the Shift key, select the rounded rectangle, and let's go to Shape Format, Merge Shapes, and choose Subtract. Okay, and now we have basically punched a hole inside of this background picture. As you can see, we can see through it. That's nice. Let's place it back in the center of the slide, just like that. And now let's copy all of these beautiful photos that we will be scrolling around. So let's select them all. Let's copy them and let's paste them into our slide. Okay, and now we have to make sure that all of these photos have the right size so that they look good inside of this mask. So let me just check what was the height of this rounded rectangle. The height was 10 centimeters. Okay, so let's make sure that all of these photos have the height of 10 centimeters as well. So we can select them all. Let's go to Picture Format. Let's go to Size. Let's make sure that the aspect ratio is locked. This way we can just, insert the height, 10 centimeters, hit enter, and the width will be calculated automatically since, the aspect ratio was locked. Okay, so let me just place this first photo just like that. Let me check what was the second photo. I think the second photo was this one, then this one, and the last one was the tennis player. Okay, let me check if I'm correct. Okay, yep, looks like that. So let me just make sure that we have nice spacing between all of these photos. So first of all, let's position this first photo just like that. Okay, then the second photo just like this. Okay, then the third photo just like that. As you can see, I'm keeping little gaps between the photos so that we have some space between the photos, and we can now just select all of the photos. Let's make sure once again that they're aligned to the top, for example, and that all of these photos have equal spaces horizontally, just like that. Okay, and now let's just right click on all of these selected photos and let's group them into a single group so that they become a single object, just like that. And let's just right click and let's send this group to back so that it is behind the mask, just like that. Okay, and now we can basically scroll through all of these photos just like this. That's beautiful. And by the way, in my slide design, I had this little glowing line around the mask. So let me show you how we can do that. We can just basically grab this rounded rectangle that we have used previously to punch a hole. Let's just cap it. Let's paste it over here into our slide, and let's just go into format shape, and let's just remove the fill so that we only have, that line and that little white shadow. And this way we'll get that glowing edge on our mask. That's nice. Okay, my friends, and next let me show you how we can make those buttons clickable. Okay, so let's select this first button. Let's go to insert, let's click on link, and before that, let's actually add 3 more slides, because let's say that slide number 7 is dedicated for the first button, and it's really good idea to have all of the slides that we need for all of the buttons before we start adding those hyperlinks. So let's add 3 more slides. Let's just hit enter 3 more times. Okay, so now we have 4 slides, let's say, and slide number 7 is the first slide. So now let's select this first rounded rectangle, and let's go to insert, let's click on link, and now let's choose slide number 7, okay, because we want this first button to link to slide number 7, so let's choose slide number 7. And now to make it faster, we can select the second button and hit Ctrl K. This will open up the hyperlink window, and in this case, we want the second button to link to the second slide. In this case, it's slide number 8, okay. So for the third button, let's choose slide number 9. And for the last button, let's choose slide number 10. That's super duper beautiful. Okay. And now one more thing, as you can see, this button and that little icon are 2 separate objects. And because we'll be using the morph transition for all of these slides, it's a good idea to group these buttons together with these icons, because otherwise morph transition might mix up a little bit. So let's select this little icon, let's hold down the shift key to select the button, and let's hit Ctrl G to group. And don't worry, the hyperlink will still be active, but now both the icon and the button will be, like a single object, and that will work fine with the morph transition. So let's do the same procedure for the rest of the guys. Let's group those icons together with the buttons. It might be a little bit hard to select those icons, but let's just click around a couple of times. Let's hold down the shift key to select the button and Ctrl G to group. Okay, so now all of these guys are grouped. That's super duper wonderful. Okay, so the photos are ready, the buttons are ready, they have hyperlinks, and now we can just basically hit Ctrl A and copy everything from this slide. Now let's go to our second slide. It is slide number 8, but let's say this is our second slide. Hit Ctrl V to paste everything. And first of all, we can just grab our photos. Let's hold down the shift key and let's just slide it to the left side. And by holding the shift key, you'll just basically slide your photos into a straight line, because otherwise it might get wiggly. So just keep holding down the shift key. This way you'll drag your photos in a straight line, just like that. That's nice. And now we can just use the format painter to make this button, the second button, active. So let's select this first button. We can just hit Ctrl-Shift-C to copy the style. Now let's double click to select this button, and let's hit Ctrl-Shift-V to paste the style. And now let's just copy this inactive style from this button, and let's paste this guy. And by the way, let me copy the style from the icon as well, and let's apply it to this icon. Okay, and let's copy this inactive style, formatting, and paste it over here. So now this button number 1 is active on this slide, and this photo is visible. And on the second slide, this button is active, and the second photo is visible. So let's make sure that all of these slides are using the morph transition. You can set the desired duration. In this case, it is 2 seconds. And now let's just check it out in the full screen. Let's see if it is working so far. So this is the first slide, the first button. Let's click on the second one and skadoosh. So you can see the second button lights up, and as well we get this beautiful scrolling photo, and the mask is looking wonderful. That's super duper awesome. So let's quickly finish creating the rest of the buttons. So now once again, we can select everything on this second slide. Let's paste it into the third slide. Now let's grab those photos. Let's hold down the shift key. Let's scroll everything to the left, just like that. Okay, let's double click inside to select this active button, and let's hit Ctrl-Shift-C to copy the style. Let's paste it to this guy. And at the same time, let's copy the style of the active icon. Let's apply it to this guy. And now let's make the second button inactive. Okay, once again, I'm using the Ctrl-Shift-C and Ctrl-Shift-V buttons to quickly grab and paste that style. That's nice. Okay, so this is our slide number 3. And once again, let's copy everything. Let's hit Ctrl-A to select, Ctrl-C to copy. Let's paste everything into the last slide. Once again, let's drag those photos to the left side. Just like that, okay. And once again, let's use the Ctrl-Shift-C and Ctrl-Shift-V shortcuts to quickly copy and paste the styles between these buttons and these icons. If I can get to select them, let me zoom in. By the way, you can always open up the selection pane, and over here we can see this guy, graphic 4:1. Let's select it, and skadoosh, we can apply the formatting. Okay, so let's make button number 3 inactive in this case, and let's grab the style from this icon and let's apply it to this icon. Skadoosh. Okay, so now all of the 4 slides are ready, and all of the 4 buttons are ready. So let's check it out from slide number 7. Okay, so we can go to the second feature, or to the second photo, photo number 3, photo number 4, and we can jump directly to the first feature or to the third feature, and so on. That's super duper awesome. Okay, my friends, now you know how you can create this beautiful interactive morph-powered slide design. That's super duper awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.